Hello everyone, my name is Ernestina Nyongiro and I'm a Senior Operation Manager at Spokes of Hope Worldwide. Today we're going to be sharing different things, and among them will be looking at definition of management, five functions of management, and then management styles. Among five functions of management, we can see like organizing, staffing, collaborating, planning, and leading. And among management style, you can see delegating, discussing, and also um, directing. Um, Talking about the first function, management, we can start by looking what is management. Management, according to Cambridge Dictionary, management is an act of controlling and organizing things in an organization or enterprise. So, if we look about the function of management, starting by planning, it's an act of knowing who, where, and when an action can take place. For instance, in a meeting needs planning because you need to set up the room, you need to know the time where the meeting can start and who are going to attend the meeting. So if we consider planning, then a meeting needs to be planned ahead of the time before it starts. Only looking at also looking at the second function of management, like organizing, is an act of developing and allocating human resources to ensure that they are used effectively and accordingly. For instance, looking at human resource. Human resource needs to be used accordingly in a company so that they cannot run short of them or miss some of them, so that they can achieve the organization's objective. Because if you don't organize your resources, then you're not going to know how to use them effectively. Going to on the third function of management, you can see staffing. Staffing is a function that involves in job analysis, recruitment, and hiring employees who have necessary skills for a certain position. For instance, if a company needs new employees that needs to be working on a certain position, staffing needs that function needs to help them to hire employees with required skills, which is going to be fitting on the position that they need. So going on the last like the fourth one, which is leading. Leading is a way of knowing what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. Means a person is going to do an action and how he's going to do it. For instance, problem solving and conflict resolution. Leaders need to be having that capacity of knowing how to solve conflict and how to solve some problems. So problem solving skills and conflict resolution needs to be there. Going on the last function of management, you can look on controlling. Controlling is an act of ensuring that the performance does not deviate from the objective. They need to ensure that what is being done in the company are matching with the objective of the company as well. So for instance, ensuring that the company's objective have been achieved, it's an act that's being done on controlling. For instance, if there have been an event in a company, then they need to control how things have been going, what they improved, and what can be done the next time for the better event planning. Maybe they want to plan a new event, then they can take into consideration what they saw while controlling. And also going on these three major management styles, we can start by directing. Directing style promotes learning through listening and following directions. To mean, if you're directing someone, you need to tell them exactly what they need to do. Uh, this style have some weakness and strength. The weakness of this style is that when the direction are not clear or not well given, then there might be some poor performance. For instance, if they tell to do something in a bad way, the direction wasn't clear, then you're going to do it poorly. You're not going to do it as it was supposed to be done. And the strength of this style is that it helps the employee to develop a sense of responsibility. So if they give you a direction and then you follow them, it means you're responsible for certain action and you know how you can do it for the next time or next activity that might look the same. For instance, looking on a scenario, for example, my supervisor told me to book a room for a meeting, and I didn't know how I can handle it. I didn't know which way can I use in order to book this room, to know that it's well organized and arranged. I talked to her and told her that I don't know how to book a room, and she gave me some directions. She was like, check the school calendar, go and then see whether the room is already booked, and if it's free, then book it for the meeting. Those are the clear directions that she gave me, and they helped me to know how I can book a room for the next time. Going on the second one, style, which is delegating. Delegating is a style that in a way you can tell someone to do something on your behalf. For instance, if I'm going if I'm having a lot of things to do and I don't want to miss any of them, then I can delegate someone else to do one of them for me so that I can't miss any of them. So some weakness of this style is that there might be some failure. For instance, if I delegate someone who is not skilled enough to perform that activity, then the activity is not going to be performed well because the person I delegated is not skilled enough to perform it. And the strength of this style is that it manages time. If I might do something in 4 hours alone, then we can do we can be two and then do the same activity in only 2 hours maybe, which means to preserve time. It's time management. So going on the other style, we can see like first of all, talking about like giving a scenario on this delegating style. um, my supervisor had 3 meetings to attend a day, and they had some schedule which is tight, and she couldn't move from the one to the second one. She could leave the first one where the other one has already started. So she told me to go in one of them for her to get all the information. So after the meeting, I had to report to her what was happening in the meeting. She delegated me to be there on her behalf, so that you can't miss any information in all the meeting that had to happen on a day. So let's see the last style, which is discussing. Discussing, it's a style that promotes learning through interaction, expressing yourself in a group of people. The weakness of this style is time consuming. When you're discussing on something, it takes a lot of time. When it's a big group of people, you all need to express yourself, and you all want your opinions to be taken into consideration. So it's time consuming. If it goes to strength, it encourages critical thinking and also team spirit, because when you're working, you need to discussing, you increase your critical thinking skills, and also you develop team spirit. The scenario, when you want to make a decision in our department of communication and mission, we need to first discuss on something and then take those big ideas to be the ones we base on taking the final decision, which I think it's included in this the best thing in this discussing style. So for more references and information, you can consult like the PowerPoint and the presentation I made, written one, so that you can know the website you can go for more information. Thank you for your kind attention. Hope to be helpful to you. Thank you very much.